I send mails, I get paid. I can't believe this life is real.
Thanks for putting something out there that actually really works.
There's a reason these folks are so excited. It's because they're making money they never dreamed they'd make, doing just about the easiest thing in the world to do, and they only work about half an hour per day. And I'm using the word work loosely here. Now, here's your chance to pull in this kind of money too, spending 25 to 30 minutes a day max from the comfort of your home. Listen to what Sarah has to say about her experience.
Before I found Paid to Send email, I was struggling to find a job that paid enough for me to afford my bills. I actually had to move back to my mom's, and it was just embarrassing to have to live back at home. Now, thanks to you, I just moved into a brand new apartment. Next week, I'm going to buy my first new car in cash. Plus, I know I never have to work for anyone else ever again. Thank you for this.
So let me ask you something here. Have you ever sent an email before? Of course you have. Everybody has. Even my 14-year-old daughter, who lives in the generation of Snapchatters and Instagrammers, sends emails every day. Whether you're at home on your laptop or PC or out and about on a mobile device, it only takes a few minutes to knock out an email and be on your way. What you may not know is that you can get paid for sending out short emails. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, just like me and my members do. Have a look at what I recently made in a week, sending out a small handful of emails. Emails that I didn't even have to write. And here's how much I pulled in last month. Again, all from just sending out some simple emails. Hi, my name is Jared Rich. What I'm about to reveal to you took me from a job I absolutely hated, a life of juggling bills, to making the laziest money imaginable. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it, so that you can start doing it and start earning this kind of money too. Give me just a couple of minutes of your time and I'll show you how to make up to $500 or $600 every day. And it's the easiest thing you'll have ever done. Now, as you watch this, what I'm about to share with you over the next couple of minutes, it could end up being the most exciting thing to happen for you in a long time. If you don't get on this today, this is that one big chance that you'll 100% regret missing. The one that will keep you up at night wondering what could have been. And I want to be very clear. I'm not holding anything back. I'm not teasing you with bits and pieces. I'm going to let loose with all the details right here. But first, I want you to think about your current situation here for a little bit. Are you worried about money? Have you ever had to juggle the bills? Are you scraping by trying to figure out how you're going to make it to your next check? How about work? Are you happy with what they're paying you? Do you enjoy your job and look forward to the drive-in every day? Do you see it being the path to the rich and rewarding life you want to be living? Truth be told, if you are happy with your current job and how much money you make, then this may not be for you. You're in a great place and I wish you the best. But if you're sick and tired of financial stress, if you know that you're underpaid and undervalued, if you'd like to finally be able to go to sleep and wake up without money being the first thing on your mind, if you're tired of answering to someone else and you're ready to live life on your terms, if you have always felt like there was something else out there that's better for you, then listen up, because I'm about to show you how to make $500 to $600 per day to start, spending 25 to 30 minutes a day tops, just by sending out simple little emails. And it's fast and easy for anyone to do. Let me show you what I mean. So here you can see I'm actually entering a message into my email system. These are short, quick, and easy. Next, I need to go ahead and schedule it to send. And this just takes literally a couple of minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and send that message. Here you can see the message is actually going out. And here, take a look at all of these incredible results just from that one email message. This is over several days from that one message. Watch as the money goes up every single day. And now look at that, over $4,000 in less than a week just from sending that one single email message. What would an extra $500 to $600 per day mean for you? After all, we're talking about $15,000 to $18,000 per month here, and you could end up making even more. Does that eliminate the money problems you worried about? And then you can invest a little money to start securing your financial future. Plus, you can finally start treating yourself to some of those things you've always wanted without feeling guilty. Get yourself that sweet new car you've been thinking about so much lately. Upgrade to that beautiful home in the neighborhood you've been dreaming of. And take that long overdue, much-needed vacation. And then take another one, spontaneously and at a moment's notice. And finally, enjoy your life the way it was meant to be lived, always confident that you can refill your bank account with cash anytime you please. Listen, I've been in the top 1% of income earners worldwide for the past 15 years. And while I may not exactly be bringing in movie star money every month, I'm doing well enough that I've put away a few million, and it all happened in just a few short years. I don't ever worry about paying my bills, having the money to go out to eat, or handling those unexpected expenses when they arise. In fact, these days, I don't worry about much of anything at all. Life is pretty damn good. Because I stopped counting on others to help me be successful. I stopped letting my ideas and my work help other people get rich. And I started dedicating my life to me. It wasn't always this way, though. I used to be where you are right now. You see, I once worked as the overnight manager for a decent mid-level hotel. I never finished college. My options weren't exactly wide open when I was looking for a job. So in my 20s, I hooked up with a job at the front desk at the hotel. And over the course of a few years of hustling and unpaid overtime, I worked my way up, ultimately reaching my ceiling as their night manager. My job and salary were okay, I guess, nothing to write home about, but it kept me fed and it paid for a livable one-bedroom apartment. But then I met the girl of my dreams, fell in love, got married, and we had a baby. It wasn't too long before we had another. Well, with a wife at home and 2 young children, that okay money started getting spread really thin, even with her working a part-time job too. Mind you, outwardly we looked like the perfect picture of the American dream. We had a nice starter house, a newer car, and even the standard minivan. Kids, dog, everything short of the white picket fence. We had the whole package. Yeah, we painted a very nice picture for everyone on the outside looking in. But behind all that, underneath the thinly veiled picture of perfection, we had a growing mountain of credit card debt. We had way too big a mortgage payment, one we often struggled to pay on time. And those 2 new cars of ours? Well, in reality, they weren't worth anywhere near the amount we owed on them, and the insurance and monthly payments were bleeding us dry. So on the outside, it was all nice house with a big yard, 2 adorable kids, and a cute little lovable dog. But on the inside, I was crumbling. I was doing everything I could to keep it together, but it was just never enough. We were running out of things we were willing to sell to cover the bills, and both my wife and I were working non-stop to pay for it all. I could only keep up that charade for so long before things started to unravel. When we were late for our first minimum payment on the credit cards, I knew we were starting to get in trouble. I mean, it wasn't even $140. I tried picking up extra hours doing late nights working at the hotel, but there was no room to move up, and no matter how much hard work I put in, I knew it would never amount to much. I knew it wouldn't help me dig out of the financial hole I was sinking deeper and deeper into by the day. And that's when it happened. One night, during one of my extra shifts at the hotel, the owner's son Josh came to work and unknowingly changed my life forever. He didn't know I wasn't in the mood to deal with him or his nonsense that night. How could he? But his timing couldn't have been worse. I'd just gotten off the phone with my wife, and she was furious with me because I had spent $12 to grab myself dinner between shifts. She wasn't just mad either, she was worried, and I could hear the fear in her voice. I'll never forget how her voice sounded that night. Something about it made me worried too. And then, of all the things I didn't want to deal with, here comes Josh. Josh was an entitled jerk, a true silver spoon kid who'd never worked a day in his life. He was right around my age. Maybe he was even a year or 2 younger than I was. He said he was checking into the hotel while his dad was out of town to keep an eye on me, like I was a child or something. As he was standing there at the desk talking to someone on his phone, he told the person on the other end of the line to hold on a second and asked me to personally valet his brand new black BMW 7 Series, and then continued the conversation on the phone like I wasn't even there. When I interrupted his apparently important conversation to ask him why he wanted me to leave the desk, he kind of paused and said, because I said so, and I don't trust any of the other help to do it without screwing it up. I was steaming under the surface and almost snapped right there. But I somehow caught myself and managed to keep my composure because he was the boss's son and I needed that job. I needed that money. So I parked his car and came back to carry his bags up to his room so I could get him as far away from me as I could. Trying to be pleasant in the elevator, I complimented him on his car. And his reply? Well, it was pure Josh, outrageous and thoughtlessly insulting, and it changed my life forever. He said, "Thanks, dude. If you keep busting your ass like you are, maybe one day you'll be able to buy a used one or something." Then he grinned, slapped me on the back, and told me to get back to work. I thought to myself, you smug son of a bitch. But it was like he flicked a light switch inside me and I realized he was right. I'd never amount to anything working for someone else, selling my time for a couple of bucks an hour. There was more money going out than coming in, and the gap kept widening. Something had to change. And I promised myself right then and there, while taking the elevator back down to the desk at 1:50 in the morning, that I wouldn't be working for his dad or him for much longer. And I didn't. I quit that job a few months later and never looked back. Now, I work for myself, from home, online, whenever I want to. And I've been doing this successfully for 14 years. Here's an idea of how much I'm bringing in every single month. Yes, that's an average of 6 figures a month. Here's the place I live in today. And no, it's not the biggest house in the world, but I have no mortgage to worry about because I own it free and clear. Here's the car I'm driving around in when I don't have the kids with me. Much nicer than the one that Josh had me parking for him back in the day. And I bought it in cash. And yes, we got another minivan too. And here's some pictures from a few of the beautiful places I've traveled to in recent years. My family and I take 4 to 6 of these trips every year. It's a life of true financial freedom, and it's the life you deserve too. Are you frustrated with where you're at financially today? Are you tired of the way things are going and ready to make a real change? Well, let me tell you something. Where you're at right now, it's not your fault. Seriously, you may not realize it, but there are countless studies about this. It's been proven that, for most people, having to answer to anyone other than themselves creates an incredible amount of stress. A recent survey of the American workforce shows that a staggering 2/3 of workers are unhappy with their jobs because they don't get along with someone at the office. They feel uninspired and unappreciated by their bosses and employers. They know they're being underpaid for the work they're expected to do. And in many cases, they're downright miserable and even situationally depressed. How can you be expected to succeed in an environment like that? It's as if they want to hold you back. I was there too. I know exactly what you're going through. Back when I was working at the hotel, juggling bills and living paycheck to paycheck, I felt completely trapped. I felt like there was no way out for me. But there was a way out. And it took my boss's jackass of a son to snap me out of it and help me look for something better. Yes, thankfully I was forced to find the secret to generating significant money online. And it's a secret you don't have to wait for. This is your wake-up call, because I'm going to let you in on it right here today. I'll share all the details with you step by step, because it's time you got a break, because it's time for you to make the money you deserve. You know, looking back on it all now, my friends and family never knew how close we were to having to sell the house back then. They never realized just how close we were to having our cars repossessed. They knew things were bad, but they didn't know just how bad they really were. Fortunately, I discovered the secret to making at least $500 to $600 per day just sending quick little emails. And it's been bringing in money like clockwork for years, day in and day out. So these days, my vacations are not dictated by where I can find a bargain. They're chosen based on where I want to go and when I want to be there. Today, the car I drive isn't dictated by what's practical or what gets the best gas mileage. It's chosen based on what I want and how I want to feel behind the wheel. And today, how I spend my time isn't dictated by how many hours I have to work to cover the bills. It's chosen based on how I want to spend it and who I want to be spending it with. While it only took me just a couple of months to replace my old hotel job income, it took me a full year to perfect a replicable system for bringing in $500 to $600 per day every single day. 1 year of grinding out 14 to 15-hour days at my computer, testing and tweaking, and then testing even more. It was a long year where I poured every ounce of energy I had in me to turning this into a well-oiled machine. You don't want to wait another year, do you? You don't want to spend 12 long months testing, tweaking, and perfecting. You want success right now. You want to be making $500 to $600 per day starting as soon as tomorrow, don't you? Good, because I'm going to hand you my very own proven system. I'm going to show you everything. And this is so simple and easy to follow that anyone can do it. Mark had never made a cent online before he found my system. Now look at him.
I just got back from vacation, and I think it was actually free thanks to paid to send email. I sent a few emails before I left and didn't even think about turning on my computer while I was in the Bahamas. Long story short, when I got back, I had more money in my bank account than when I left. Guys, this works even better than I ever dreamed it would. Thanks so much. I'm ready for more.
By now I'm sure it's plain to see that it doesn't matter what experience you have. You don't need any special skills, and you only need 25 to 30 minutes a day. Because what I'm going to reveal to you is simple. It's fast, and it gets you paid, often within a couple of days of getting started. Introducing Paid to Send Email, the only true push-button money program available anywhere. This is everything you've been looking for. It's a complete step-by-step package that shows you exactly how to make a very easy $500 to $600 every single day. You'll get access to everything. I reveal it all. And, better yet, you'll never have to stock any inventory, you won't deal with customers, and you certainly don't have to get on the phone to talk to people or try and sell them anything. It's as simple as this. You'll go to very specific websites I tell you to go to. Those websites will have the exact email messages that you'll need to send, and you'll simply copy and paste those messages into your email system. I'll show you how to do it all. No holds barred. There is literally nothing left to chance. I'm going to hold your hand and walk you through it. You won't have to spend a year of your life learning how to do this like I did. You can start making money as soon as this week, and you can do it even if you've never made a dime online before in your life. With my program, it's practically impossible to fail. In fact, I'll just put my money where my mouth is and make you this promise. If you don't make money with my paid to send email program, I'll refund every cent, anytime within 60 days. I'll shoulder all the risk so you don't have to. So, ask yourself this. How much would it be worth to you if you never had to worry about money again? What would it be worth to you to ensure a life of real financial freedom starting today? Well, obviously that's worth a lot. And you know what? I could do the internet guru thing and charge $5,000 for this. After all, you could make that investment back and be profiting in about a week. But I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to be one of those guys. I remember what it was like when I couldn't pay my bills on time. I remember what it was like when I was struggling to just get by. And I only wish someone had given me a break back then. I wish someone had been there to give me a helping hand in those hard times. And that is what I want to do for you today. So, I'm going to make this as affordable and accessible for you as I possibly can, which means you won't have to invest $5,000 for my paid to send email program. You won't be asked for $2,500 to join today. You won't have to invest even $1,000, and you can forget about investing $500. Heck, you're not even going to have to invest a third of that. Today, on this page, and only for a limited time, you'll get instant access to my complete paid to send email program for the one-time low price of only $27. That's right. All of this can be yours for only $27 if you take action right now. Let me lay this out for you. Starting this week, you could be making an easy $500 to $600 a day for yourself, just like Tim here.
Everyone has an email address. Everyone. It's so simple when you think about it. I mean, you just send a few emails and then check how much money you made later on in the day. I'm already getting 3 checks every week.
All of this is all thanks to paid to send email. So here's how you do this too. First, you see that big button below this video? Click that button right now. You'll see a place to enter your email address. Once you've entered your email, you'll be taken to our secure checkout page. Fill out the fields on the checkout page and enter your details to complete payment. Next, you'll log into the Paid to Send email members area. Schedule your Kickstart call with your own personal coach. Follow the step-by-step video training I have provided you, and you could have your first $500 to $600 in cash before you even know it. And then the next $500 to $600 the very next day. Remember, you want to make a change in your life. You want an easy online income, and that's why you're here today. Once you register, you'll find everything to get you started in your members area. The simple-to-follow step-by-step instructions eliminate any questions. I walk you through the whole process.
I just had to give you an update. You already know that I got my first check 3 weeks ago, but I just hit another milestone. Get this. For the first time, my Paid to Send email checks are bigger than my paycheck. I can't believe it.
You may be wondering why I would do this, why I would let you in on this right now and not just keep it all for myself. Well, first off, I remember how it felt to wonder if I was going to be able to pay my mortgage. I remember the agony of having to pick which bills would get paid and which ones wouldn't. And I'd like the chance to make sure you don't ever have to worry about anything like that ever again. But I also have a more selfish reason for doing this. You see, I figure that if I help you succeed today, that you'll remember that in the future, and perhaps you'll be inclined to work with me again. I've found some of my best business partners this way. So yes, there is something in it for me here today too, but this isn't really about me. This is about you. And the opportunity for you here today is limitless. You won't find anything like Paid to Send email anywhere else online, especially at a price this low and with my guarantee. And with the secrets I'm letting you in on today, missing out on this would surely cause you to look back with regret. Frankly, it would be plain silly not to act on this immediately. Even if you absolutely love your job today, it might not be there tomorrow. You're smart. I'm sure you've seen the news. The tech industry is in another one of those bubbles that may burst at any time. The price of oil is dropping. Retail stores are closing at record pace. Unemployment is rising. And the same subprime lending that sent us into an economic nosedive in 2008 is coming back with a vengeance. These indicators mean there is another massive recession right around the corner. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Fortunately, you happen upon this page today because Paid to Send email is recession-proof. This system will allow you to generate money out of thin air at will anytime you want. And if you do nothing today, well, then of course nothing new will happen for you. You'll likely just keep dreaming of a better life. But you don't have to dream. You don't have to hope or wish anymore because your better life is staring you in the face right now. I know you're ready to get started, and you're ready for huge $500 and $600 paydays. So here's what I want you to do now. You see that big bright button below this video? Good. Now go ahead and click that button and enter your email address to begin registering for your Paid to Send email account. You'll get instant access to everything. I'm not holding anything back. I'm showing you exactly how to generate monthly income like my member Jenny here. She never did anything like this before, and now she's making 6 figures per year. What's more, with Paid to Send email, you'll never have to buy or stock any inventory or anything like that. You won't be shipping anything to anyone. You're not going to be recruiting family or friends. You won't have to worry about talking to or interacting with any customers. And you can forget about getting on the phone to talk to people or try and sell them. None of that for you. This is simple, this is hassle-free, and it takes 25 to 30 minutes per day, tops. Getting started takes just a few minutes. So don't delay. Go ahead and click that button below this video right now. I'll see you on the inside.